Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Forest Chair Yoga. I'm incredibly excited to be here once again, bringing you the beautiful ambience of Mother Nature, bringing you that virtual forest directly to your homes. Once again, we have birds, we have breeze. We are not going to be playing any music so that we can just settle into the beautiful ambience that Mother Nature has provided. So let's go ahead and start by taking a nice comfortable seated position. And as we're going throughout today's class, be sure to listen to your own body, doing what feels right for you, working within your range of motion. There should be no pain in yoga. If you find any pain, ease back out of the posture and work within a range that is pain-free. Without further ado, let's go ahead and begin to settle into our Sukhasana, or our easy pose, whatever that means for you here today. So in a seated position, you could have a chair with or without armrests. Obviously, I have no armrests. And you're going to need a prop of some sort so that you can have your feet flat on the floor, whether that be a shoe box, a yoga pad, block, or anything else you can think of that will keep your feet so that they're flat on the floor, knees over ankles. Shoulders are gently rested back and down. Once you find and settle into your Sukhasana with palms up or down, wherever feels most comfortable for you, I invite you to close your eyes as we take just a few moments here in the beginning of class to get in touch with the rhythm of our breath, our bodies, and our minds, and to set our intention for today's session. Why are you here? Maybe it's to work through tension in your body, or maybe through tension in your mind. Maybe it's to reduce stress. Whatever your reason is, find it, get in touch with it, and keep that intention in mind throughout today's class. Keeping your mind clear, allowing thoughts, plans, or problems to simply pass through. Check in with the rhythm of your breath. If it's comfortable for you, breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Warming up the capacity of your lungs, working toward working the full capacity of your lungs with each breath. From your Sukhasana, your easy pose, we're going to begin to go into some movements to get a nice warm up and a nice stretch through the neck into the upper back. So take a deep inhale as you sit up extra tall, elongated through the spine. Ears are over shoulders, shoulders are over hips. Fill your lungs. And on your exhale, gently allow your chin to tuck toward your chest with a heavy head. Take a moment to settle into this posture, checking in that you haven't leaned forward. Keep the shoulders directly over the hips. The head is heavy and the neck is loose. The tighter your chin is towards your chest, the deeper a stretch you will receive. Keeping the shoulders actively pressed back and down. Going into a knee gaze, keep your chin toward the chest as you gently shift your gaze with a subtle turn of the head to the left knee. So you're gazing to the left knee. The chin is as tight toward the chest as is comfortable for you. And from here, I want you to check in with this right shoulder. It should be especially pressed back and down. And you'll notice the sensation of the stretch from the base of the right ear down the side of the neck, creeping into the shoulder and the shoulder blade into the upper back. deep rhythmic breaths as we hold here for just a few breaths. Notice the sensation of the stretch. On your next exhale, keep the chin to the chest as you gently turn your head and shift your gaze to the right knee. So you're now gazing to the right knee, the chin is toward the chest, the left shoulder is especially pressed back and down. Breathe through the stretch, through the right side of the neck, into the shoulder and the upper back. On your next exhale, keep the chin to the chest as you bring the chin to the midline of your chest, the center. And on your inhale, bring your head back up to neutral, facing forward back to an upright position. Exhale, push all the air out of your lungs. And on your inhale, gently shift your gaze upward toward the ceiling, up at a diagonal angle. Breathe deeply as we hold here for just a few breaths, taking care not to gaze too far upward as to cause compression of the vertebrae through the back of the neck. So it's just a diagonal angle, not directly up. That compresses the vertebrae. Leave some space through the back of the neck. Check in with your shoulders, nice and back and down, nice long neck. Deep breaths. On your next exhale, allow your gaze to shift back down towards your lap, tucking your chin toward the chest. And on your inhale, once again, shift your gaze upward towards the ceiling, up at a diagonal angle, through your range of motion. On your next exhale, allow your gaze to shift back down towards your lap and tuck the chin toward the chest. Breathe deeply as we hold here. We're going to go into one more knee gaze for each side. Shoulders are actively back and down. Chin is as tightly to the chest as is safe and comfortable for you. On your next exhale, gently shift your gaze with a subtle turn of the head to over the left knee. The right shoulder is especially pressed back and down, and breathe. Now, if you'd like to increase the sensation of the stretch, and that's going to be safe for you, I invite you to take the left palm and reach over the head, taking the palm to the back of the head. And without leaning forward, maintain shoulders over hips as you apply gentle pressure, pulling the chin a little tighter toward the chest over the left knee. Deep rhythmic breaths. Once again, check in with that right shoulder back and down. This is a great posture, great asana for working through tension for those of us who spend a lot of time in a sitting position, either at a desk or in a chair. Nice and long and open through the right side of the neck. If you've taken your palm to the back of the head, gently release that palm, lowering the back of the palm back onto your lap. Keep the chin to the chest, and on your next exhale, shift your gaze across with a subtle turn of the head over the right knee. The left shoulders back and down. Deep breaths. Once again, if you choose to increase the sensation of the stretch and that's safe and comfortable for you, I invite you to take the right palm to the back of the head. Listen to your shoulders here. Without leaning forward, gently apply pressure, pulling the chin a little tighter toward the chest as I pull my mouth a little closer to the microphone. That left shoulder is back and down, nice and open through the left side of the neck. just a few moments here. Breathe. If you've taken your palm to the back of your head, gently release the palm, lowering the back of the palm back onto your lap. Keep the chin to your chest, and on your next exhale, bring your chin to the center of your chest, the midline. And on your inhale, bring your head back up to neutral, facing forward. Ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Nice alignment here, good posture. Excellent job. Now from here, we're going to go into our cactus arms with a little bit of a head turn for shoulder and neck mobility and strength. So go ahead and bring your arms up into cactus arms. Hands are over elbows, and the elbows are at shoulder height. Work towards this position. If you can't quite get there, that's okay. You may end up with the elbows a little lower. Maybe the arms are a little more extended out at your side. Make adjustments for your body so that you can stay comfortable with a gentle stretch. Once you find your version of the cactus arms, squeeze those shoulder blades together so the chest is as open as possible for you. Check in with your alignment, with your posture. The core is slightly braced. Your weight is evenly distributed through your sit bones. Take a deep inhale. On your exhale, gently shift your gaze to the left with a gentle turn of the head, turning your head through your range of motion. Take a deep inhale over the left shoulder. And on your exhale, shift your gaze across to the opposite side, over the right shoulder. Allow your own breath to lead your movements. Take a deep inhale over the right shoulder. On your exhale, shift your gaze across to the opposite side, moving and breathing at a pace that feels good for you. In through the nose and out through the mouth, as long as that is comfortable for you, as long as your seasonal allergies allow. Working the full capacity of your lungs, rhythmic and controlled breath. Just a few more moments here. You should be feeling it in the upper back and in the shoulders. Requires a good bit of strength to hold this position. On your next exhale, bring your head back to a neutral position, facing forward. Breathe normally at a natural rhythm for you as we go directly into eagle, bringing the elbows and the palms towards each other at the midline of your body. If you can't quite get the elbows to touch, that is totally okay. Honor your body. There's no need to force yourself into any position that causes discomfort. On your next exhale, bring the elbows apart and bring the palms down through heart center. And go ahead and release your palms down onto your lap. Release all tension and breathe. Now from here, we're going to go into a good, thorough stretch for the upper body here. It's going to get everything, the upper back, the shoulders, the chest, the neck. So it is called Yoga is Wonderful, and I love it. And all that really does is just help us remember the poses. So starting with yoga, you're going to extend your arms up towards the ceiling as far as is comfortable for you. Listen to your shoulders here. We're in a bit of a Y position for yoga. Reach nice and long through the arms. Yoga is wonderful. Into our W, bringing the elbows in towards the ribs a little bit. Forearms are out at a diagonal angle and you're squeezing the shoulder blades together, working the elbows towards each other behind you. Open chest. Deep breaths. Yoga is wonderful and I love it. Reach those arms out in front of you, almost like a hug, rounding the upper back as far as is safe for you. Extending the arms, reach, tucking the tailbone. Bring the palms together into heart center. Let's go through that just 3 more times. Deep inhale, yoga, reach up. Exhale is wonderful, W. Bring those elbows towards each other. Take another deep inhale. And exhale, I love it. Extend the arms, rounding the back, tucking the tailbone. Listen to your body here. Do what feels good. Palms together back into heart center. Now I want you to breathe at a pace that feels good for you as we go through that just 2 more times. And keep pandiculation in mind, which is that instinctual deep stretch we get in the mornings, that dogs do when they wake up from a nap, that babies do when they wake up. And as I've mentioned before, as us adults often forget how to do, it is so important for alignment and to get the deep connective tissue nice and stretched out. So beginning again, yoga, reach up is wonderful into a W, a little bit of a cactus arm here. And rounding the back as safe as is comfortable, or as comfortable and safe for you. Words, extending the arms. Bring the palms together back into heart center. Nicely done. Let's do it 1 more time. Really get a good deep stretch. Yoga is wonderful and I love it. Reaching out, extend the arms. Bring the palms together back into heart center. Go ahead and extend your arms down at your sides. If you have armrests, you can be inside the armrest or outside the armrest, whatever feels best for you. We're going to go into some shoulder rolls, and you do have the option of doing elbow circles instead to get a deeper stretch if you like. So starting with the shoulder rolls, let's get familiar with those. It's full range of motion. Start with good posture, no leaning forward, back, or to the side. Both shoulders all the way up to the ears. Keep the shoulders lifted as you press them back and press them down with deep breaths, full range of motion, up, back, and down. Now you may choose to continue with these shoulder rolls at a pace that feels good for you. Or if you have quite mobile shoulders and you would like a deeper stretch, I invite you to go into elbow circles instead. This is an option. So stay with shoulder rolls if the elbow circles don't suit you. So if you're going to go for the elbow circles, go ahead and bring your fingertips to each corresponding shoulder. Now the elbows are lifted as high as is comfortable for you, and go ahead and bring those elbows towards each other out in front of you. If you can get them to touch, excellent. If not, that's great too. Work within your range of motion. Now you're going to draw a big circle with these elbows, extending the elbows up and back and down. And again, big circles all the way around. Deep rhythmic breaths. Focus on the sensation of this stretch. Stay in line. Ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. If you've chosen the elbow circles, you may choose to stay here or go back to the shoulder rolls at any point. Just do what feels good. That's what yoga is all about. Just a couple more rolls or circles here. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, slow and controlled. On your next exhale, go ahead and bring those shoulders back down and find yourself back in a neutral position. We're going to go into a nice tricep stretch from here. So go ahead and bring your palms onto your lap and face the palms up so the backs of the hands are rested on your lap. Starting with the left side, you're going to bring your left fingertips to your left shoulder. This is level 1. You may choose to stay here. If you're already getting a stretch through the tricep into the shoulder, excellent. If you'd like to go for level 2, I invite you to raise that elbow up towards the ceiling and drop the left palm behind the left shoulder. Lift that elbow up as high as is comfortable for you. You should already feel a good stretch through the back of the arm here into the shoulder and maybe creeping into the upper back. If you'd like to go for level 3, you may choose to reach across just above that elbow and press back with gentle pressure, increasing the sensation of the stretch. Now there is a level 4 of this pose, which I'm hesitant to cue because I think a lot of people want to try to force themselves into this pose. But I want you to be very mindful. I'm going to cue for level 4, but please only commit to level 4 if you are able to maintain proper alignment. So for level 4, if you choose, you have a lot of mobility through the shoulders. What you're going to do is you're going to take that right arm and extend it directly up above the right shoulder. Then you're going to reach behind the head and take your palm on just above that left elbow and apply gentle pressure, pulling back and down. This requires a lot of shoulder mobility, so please do not force yourself into this position. If you find yourself reaching across or doing something like this, just stick with the level 3. There's nothing wrong with that at all. So just a few more moments here in either level 4, level 3, level 2, or level 1, honoring your body and being patient with yourself. On your next exhale, gently allow the back of that left palm to come back onto your lap. And we're going to go onto the opposite side, taking the right fingertips to the right shoulder for level 1. Check in with your body. How does it feel here? If it's asking for a deeper stretch, try to go for level 2. Gently raise that elbow up towards the ceiling, dropping the right hand behind the shoulder. Once again, you may choose to stay here, or you may choose for level 3 to reach across and press back just above that elbow, applying gentle pressure, increasing the sensation of the stretch. Now, if you have especially mobile shoulders and you really want to go for level 4, if you can maintain the proper alignment, I invite you to reach up with that left arm directly above the shoulder. Take that palm across behind the head to just above to the back of that elbow and apply gentle pressure, pulling back and down, increasing the sensation of the stretch. Deep breaths wherever you've landed. Just check in with your body. Mentally scan your body for any tension or discomfort. If you have any tension or discomfort that is coming from holding this pose, please go back to level 3, 2, or 1, or just rest. Just a few more moments here in 4, 3, 2, or level 1. On your next exhale, gently allow that right palm to come back onto the lap. Now from here, we are working down the body from head to toe. So what we're going to do now is work through the mid, back, and the chest area, incorporating the shoulders a little bit as well. So these are called traveling hugs. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and bring your arms into that W position that we were doing with yoga is wonderful. So the elbows are kind of down at a diagonal angle, working towards each other behind you, and the forearms are out at a diagonal angle. Again, work towards this position. If you find yourself more comfortable with arms out or arms in, listen to your body, but this is what you're working towards, nice and open through the chest. All right, I want you to bring those elbows as low, almost towards the lower back, as far as is comfortable for you. Maintaining ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Take a deep inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades. And exhale as you gently wrap your arms around you, slightly rounding the back, giving yourself a gentle hug. On your inhale, open back up into those W arms, but we're more at mid-height. So the elbows aren't coming towards the lower back, they're more coming towards the mid-back. Inhale as you open up the chest. And exhale, giving yourself a gentle hug, gently rounding out the back as far as is safe and comfortable for you. On your next inhale, open up those arms into a high W, as high as is safe and comfortable for you. Working those elbows towards each other, toward the upper back, so we're more in like cactus arms, as the shoulders are almost at elbow, or elbows are almost at shoulder height here. Inhale and exhale. Give yourself a gentle hug. We're going to go through that one more time, working from the top of the back down to the base of the back. Inhale, open, keep the elbows fairly high, working towards each other through the upper back. Exhale, give yourself a gentle hug. Inhale for mid-back, elbows towards each other, toward the center of your back. And exhale, gentle hug. One last time for lower back. Inhale as you open into W arms, work those elbows towards each other, toward the lower back. And one last hug. Exhale, gently rounding out the spine, giving yourself a gentle hug. On your next inhale into regular cactus arms, hands over elbows. Exhale into eagle, elbows and palms toward each other. And elbows apart, palms down to heart center. Very nicely done. Go ahead and release your palms down onto your lap. So now that our back is nice and warmed up, we've really reached head to about waist area for the stretch. We are going to go into a gentle twist. And I'm also going to cue a more advanced version for those of you that are comfortable with it, which is called Lord of the Fishes. It's fun, right? So for the gentle twist, whether you have an armrest or not, you may choose to use the armrest or you may choose to just use your hip for support. I want you to check in with your posture, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, head and ribs lifted, weight evenly distributed. Very important to maintain proper alignment throughout all asanas or postures. So for the gentle twist, you're going to be twisting at the waist, keeping the hips forward. Take a deep inhale, sitting up extra tall. And on your exhale, gently twist at the waist to the right. Now, if you have an armrest, you're going to bring your palms onto the armrest if you like, or you may choose to just bring your palms onto the right side of the hip and apply just gentle pressure to help you maintain a nice stretch along the spine. You've allowed your gaze to shift gently over the right shoulder, and breathe deeply as we hold here. Be very careful with how far you are twisting. As long as you're listening to your body, easing into the posture, stopping before you receive any discomfort, then you are doing this exactly right. On your next exhale, we're going to gently twist to the opposite side. Gently twisting at the waist, allow the palms to sweep across to the left. Bring your palms either on the armrest or onto your hip, shoulders back and down. Your gaze gently shifting over the left shoulder, and breathe. So for many of you, you're going to choose to stay in just the gentle twist. However, if you have a lot of mobility through the spine and you're able to maintain proper alignment, I'm going to offer a modification to just take it up a notch for those of you that are comfortable. So everybody, on your next exhale, gently return back to a neutral position facing forward. For those of you that are going to go for the higher level of intensity here, for the deeper stretch, what you're going to do is you're going to begin by taking that right leg and just gently cross it over the left leg. If you can't do this comfortably, then you're going to stay with the gentle twist. But this is our first step toward, there was a bug. Sorry. This is our first step towards getting into our Lord of the Fishes. So with that right leg gently crossed over the left leg, for Lord of the Fishes, you're going to take that left palm to the outside of the right thigh. You're reaching across your body here. Nice and lifted, shoulders back and down. From here, you're going to take the right palm and place it on the back of the chair toward the hip here. Nice and lifted, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Gently twist at the waist to the right, shifting your gaze over the right shoulder. You'll notice a much deeper stretch along the spine into the hips for full Lord of the Fishes here. But please make sure that this is not causing discomfort or tension for you. If it is, please stay with just the gentle stretch, the gentle twist that I cued first. Increasing the sensation of the stretch, you're applying gentle pressure with this left palm on the outside of the right thigh. Nice and lifted, no rounding of the spine, stay tall. Deep breaths. On your next exhale, gently bring yourself back to a neutral position, releasing the pressure from your palms, uncrossing the legs. And we're going to go to the opposite side, either with the gentle twist, or I'll cue for the more intense version for Lord of the Fishes. You're going to take the left leg and cross it over the right leg. Then you're going to take the right arm, reach across the body, take the right palm to the outside of the left thigh. Taking the left palm behind you toward the back of the chair. Nice and lifted. Gently twist at the waist as you shift your gaze over the left shoulder. Nice deep breaths. Honoring your body, honoring what your body says is right and what feels good for you today. Breathe through the stretch. On your next exhale, gently release your palms, gently twisting forward back to a neutral position. If you've done Lord of the Fishes, gently uncross your legs, bringing yourself back into a neutral position. Ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. From here, we're going to take a nice gentle forward fold, leading with the chest hinging at the hip crease, maintaining a flat back, lean forward. Keeping your neck in line with the rest of your spine. Just a few moments here. Shoulders are back and down, getting a nice stretch through the hips into the lower back. On your next inhale, gently press yourself back on up to an upright position. Our next exercise is great for hip strengthening and mobility. We're going to go into an active piriformis stretch or an active pigeon pose. So what you're going to do is you're going to begin by taking your left ankle over the right ankle with this left knee nice and open to the side. This is your beginning position. Some of you may choose to stay here if you like, and that's fine. That's just a static pigeon pose. You're getting a nice gentle stretch here through the hip flexors. Keep that knee nice and open. If you'd like to make it the active pigeon pose or active piriformis stretch, you're going to inhale as you drag that left ankle up towards the knee, Only drag the ankle up as high as is comfortable for you. As if you begin to come out of alignment to get that ankle all the way up to the knee needs to stop a little bit lower on the shin there so that you're not shifting out of alignment. So go ahead and bring that ankle back down. Inhale, slide the ankle up towards the knee. Keep this left knee nice and open. And exhale as you lower back down. Let's do 3 more on this side. Inhale as you lift. And exhale as you lower. That's 3. Inhale as you lift. And exhale as you lower. That's 2. One last time. Inhale as you lift and hold wherever you've landed with that ankle. Keep that knee nice and open. Hold here, strengthening that hip flexor. If it's uncomfortable, simply allow the ankle to slide back down. And exhale, slide the ankle back down to the other ankle. Now let's shift to the opposite side. Go ahead and plant that left foot. And you're going to take the right ankle across the left ankle. Right knee nice and open to the side. Once again, you may choose to stay here, or you may choose to go into our active stretch. On your inhale, slide the ankle up toward the knee, working through your range of motion. And exhale as you slide it back down. Let's do 3 more here. Inhale as you lift. And exhale as you lower. That's 3. Inhale as you lift. And exhale as you lower. That's 2. One last time. Inhale as you lift. And exhale as you lower. Gently bring that right foot back down onto the floor. We're going to take one last good stretch for the backs of the legs before we get into our Shavasana. I have such a hard time keeping within the allotted time we have for these virtual sessions. So let's go ahead and begin by extending the left leg, heel to the floor, toes actively coming towards you, feet are hip distance apart. Both palms on your lap for support, head and ribs are lifted. Add in your forward fold to activate a nice deep stretch through the back of that left leg. Leading with the chest, hinging at the hip crease, keeping your neck in line with the rest of your spine. Breathe through the stretch, just a few moments here. Shoulders are back and down. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. On your next inhale, gently press yourself back on up to an upright position. Keep that heel to the floor. Going into our seated tree if that's comfortable for you. It's great for the core and great strengthening for the hip flexor. Go ahead and open the arms out at your side as close to shoulder height as is comfortable for you. Brace your core as you shift your weight back slightly and lift that left leg as high as is comfortable and possible for you. Keeping that left foot flexed. Deep breaths. Check in with your spine. I'm sure a lot of you have rounded out the spine to accommodate. Keep the ribs lifted. Deep breaths. Just a couple more moments here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently lower that heel down towards the floor, lowering the palms back onto the lap. Let's go to the opposite side. Plant the left foot, extend the right leg, heel to the floor, toes coming towards you. Good alignment, good posture. Lead with the chest as you hinge at the hip crease. Lean forward. A nice flat back, shoulders back and down. Breathe through the stretch through the back of the right leg, from the ankle, through the calf, through the back of the knee, through the hamstring, up through the glute and into the lower back. A good thorough stretch. The more active you have those right toes coming towards you, the deeper a stretch you will receive through the back of that right calf into the back of the knee. On your next inhale, gently press yourself back on up to an upright position for our seated tree if you choose. Arms out at your sides, ribs are lifted, no rounding of the spine here. Brace the core as you shift your weight back and lift that right leg up. Only lifting as high as is safe and comfortable for you. Keeping that right foot flexed nice and strong through the right leg and through the core. Check in with your spine, nice and long and tall, shoulders back and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently lower the heel back down to the floor, lowering your palms onto your lap, and plant that right foot. Very nicely done. Let's go ahead and take a moment to scoot back to the back of our chairs so that you have your backrest to support you. We're going to take a few moments here at the end of class for Shavasana. So find your Sukhasana, your easy pose, get nice and comfortable, palms up or down or on the armrest, whatever feels good. I invite you to close your eyes as we take a few moments to reflect on and restore from today's session. Clear your mind, gently observe your breathing, and just be present in the here and now. Take this opportunity to mentally scan your body, scanning your body from the crown of your head to the tips of your fingers and the tips of your toes. If you come across any tension in your body, send deep flowing breaths to that area in an attempt to consciously release and let go of the tension. Begin to bring awareness back to your surroundings. Maybe wiggle your fingers or wiggle your toes. If you'd like, you may choose to gently open your eyes. We're going to complete today's class with a couple nice deep breaths, with the final breath ending on an Om through the exhale. So go ahead and extend your arms out at your sides with the palms up. On your inhale, raise the arms and bring the palms together through your range of motion as you fill your lungs. Keep the palms together as you exhale, lower them down through heart center. Pause after the exhale to open the arms. And inhale, raise the arms, fill your lungs. Exhale, palms down through heart center. One last time, I invite you to Om on the exhale as a group. Open the arms and inhale. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste.